All right, more entertainment. How about this? A local country music star looking to bring classic country back. This morning, we've got C.W. Smith, a fireman and a country music artist from Cartersville with us.
Yeah, this is awesome. Thanks for being here.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
Country fans. So
yes.
We're happy to have you on the show. Tell us a little bit about what you bring to country, because it's not quite what we're seeing as this genre moves forward.
Absolutely. We're trying to take a mix of classic country and newer styles and blend it into our own thing. And we've just found a kind of a corner in the market that nobody else is really doing.
So what do you mean by that? Because I grew up in Nashville on old country music, lived through, you know, George Strait and all the rest and the new stuff. So how would you describe your music?
For me, classic country is about storytelling and taking those songs and telling those stories, but also taking those classic instruments like the steel guitar, which people, you know, when we're traveling around the country and playing shows, they're surprised when my guy brings his giant steel guitar out, you know. So it's just, it's taking all those old styles and making them our own thing.
Well, tell us a little bit about, you know, your tour, I guess, is what you could call it. You're making stops in 9 different states, is what you told us?
Yes, absolutely. 9 different states over the next 4 months. Between now and August, we're playing all over the Southeast and as far north as Ohio and West Virginia. So yes,
you're hitting the road, literally,
trying to go as far as we can. Yes,
what's your mode of transport? What are you traveling?
I am traveling in a truck, and it's a giant F-150 that costs me a lot in gas, but it holds all the equipment.
There's nothing more authentic than that, right? Like an up-and-coming country star traveling the country.
Right, that's what I was going to say. One of these days, we're going to see him in one of those big buses. You know, we're going to be driving by and go, I wonder who's in that bus.
With his picture on the side of the bus, right?
Picture on the side. Who inspires you? Because did you grow up on country music?
I did. We had an old Toyota Corolla when I was a kid that had a tape deck in the back, and it would just be pull out tapes out of the back and throw them in, you know. So it's a lot of classic country from the 70s and 80s, and then all the way up into the 90s, you know, Merle Haggard and Waylon Jennings and Brooks and Dunn, and even the newer guys now like Cody Jinks and Cody Johnson, Chris Stapleton. So I'm just trying to mix it up as much as I can.
You grew up in Cartersville. Tell us a little bit about what your upbringing was like. I mean, you know, were you listening to country music from the very beginning? How did that all pan out?
Yeah, we started doing karaoke when I was about 9 years old, and it just spread from there. I told my mom on my 7th birthday that I wanted to be a country music cowboy, and she just went all out, bought me my first guitar. She bought me my first guitar, and I've just been doing it ever since.
So she went to get you, a costume or an outfit, or maybe it wasn't, but
pretty much dressed like this.
This is me right now. That's awesome.
Yeah, pretty much dressed like this.
You know what's kind of interesting to me about the tour that you're doing? It is almost a throwback to the way that country music artists first got started. Like when you hear about Loretta Lynn and all those folks. They did what you did,
absolutely,
or are doing.
And that's what I wanted. Several people have asked me why I don't go on those TV shows, and I have no problem with that. But to me, it just feels more. I enjoy what I'm doing more, and it feels more authentic, I guess, kind of thing.
So you have a new single out?
Yes, sir.
Or coming out. Is it out?
It will be available for streaming everywhere May 2nd, and you can pre-sale. You can buy the pre-sale on Bandcamp right now.
Right, because I've heard the 28-second version on YouTube, and I like what I've heard. But tell us a little bit about that song and what people can expect.
I wrote that song about 10 years ago. We've been kind of working on it and getting it dialed in, but basically it's just a classic. It epitomizes classic country to me. It's a conversation between a guy who's lost someone and a bartender, and it doesn't get more country than that.
Not really.
That plays out in bars across the country every single night.
Every day.
Yeah, you know, you just kind of crying in your beer music,
exactly,
so to speak.
Exactly.
Right?
Yes,
is that so? Your inspirations come from where?
Like I said, mostly I draw on the classic storytellers.
I meant like for you, when you write.
Yeah. So that could be a number of things. I could just be driving down the road and see something that just kind of clicks in my brain, and I try to stop what I'm doing and at least, you know, put it in my cell phone or something.
Does this song have a personal story?
This song actually just started out in my mind as a conversation. It was you sitting there with a bartender that you know and or trust, and it just kind of blossomed from there.
It's crazy how writing like that, it'd be just simply being observant and really being in the moment of everyday life can turn into a song.
Absolutely.
Well, let's do it, huh?
I know. I want our viewers to hear this. So will you play us out to a commercial break?
I sure will.
That'd be great.
We're going to let you have the stage.
She's moved on. It's goodbye. I'm gone so long. And I don't want your help. I don't want your advice. I just want to be left alone tonight Whiskey in this glass is all I need. I can't get her back, so spare me the speech. Yeah, I know this is all on me, and bartender wisdom ain't what it's out to be. Unless you can help me change her mind, just keep them coming until I get her off of mine.